Please. So my name is Alex Gauthier. I'm currently the VP of R&D, Director of Cultivation, and also Sales Analyst at Origine Nature. I started in cannabis when I was 14 years old, and I was lucky enough to have the right friends to give me the right support, like the CANNA team. And I got into legal cannabis in 2017 at Aurora Cannabis. Then I moved on to Tidal Health Solutions, and then I moved on to Origine Nature, which has been really took my heart. It's the right team, it's the right company. I've evolved there, and I'm quite happy of what we've achieved over the last years. Started off as a grower at Aurora Cannabis. I then went on to become master grower, which is actually leading the grow team to grow the cannabis. And now I'm director of cultivation as well as VP of R&D. So as far as VP of R&D, I will lead the entire department. I'm basically responsible finding those relationships, finding this new technology, doing in-depth cannabinoid testing. So we're really strong on everything that's organoleptic testing and how cannabinoids can affect humans. I will direct basically the entire cultivation department, so the trim team, the sanitation team, as well as the growers. And even if I have those titles, I have to say I'm only as good as my team. So they make me look good. They're the real all-star behind all this, and I gotta salute them. So I was more hands-on in the sense I was more in the grow room. Now with being a director, my passion has evolved more, I would say, to a global industry of cannabis. My passion is truly now to help the industry move forward, stop the stigma, because we can't negate the fact that there's still a very present stigma around cannabis. So Origin Nature was a natural fit. We really sat down and decided, not decided, we figured out what were our core value. So street smart, passion, family, and social consciousness. So a lot of business are going to try to invent themselves an identity, but if you invent it and you're not living it, it doesn't work. We actually sat down, figure out what we were, and we live it to the max. Those core values is how we do business, what we promote on, what we hire on, and so we live them to the max. And that those four core values just grew bigger and bigger with the business. We started out being 15 people, we're now 86. We have a 5% turnover rate only because we take care of our people. We love our people. We do so much for them. We've been awarded 45th greatest place to work in Canada also. So that's the secret of Origin, and that's how we grew. We believed in the people. They're the expert doing the job. So they're the one telling us what they need. The information comes from bottom up at Origin and not up down, right? So that's where we really found our expertise. That's how we were able to grow. And with those people that are solidly implicated in Origin and that believe in the dream with us, well, that's how we can do our best work. And that's how we were able to really produce the right amount of cannabis, never producing more cannabis than what we could sell, and making sure we kept being profitable to grow at the right pace. We also took the time to crawl, walk, run. We could have started off right away with 50,000 square feet, but we started off with 25. So we really wanted to establish ourselves. We also took the time to learn about our customer, which are the Quebecers and the people from British Columbia, and we really released product and brands that were within their identity. So we respected strongly the consumer, which has been around since the 1970s. That doesn't need me to understand what they want to consume in cannabis. And so with that, we just evolved to, I would say, an entity. We founded, we're the founding member of the AKIC also, so we're always promoting information sharing, knowledge sharing, getting together to become better, to become stronger, and to alleviate some of the restriction on the cannabis industry. Cannabis for me is the plant that could possibly save the world when we're talking about other things than simply the recreational consumption, THC, CBD. There's thousands of cannabinoids. We can do soil decontamination with it, biofuel, textile, and so on. So as a species where we are right now in this era on Earth, if cannabis has the potential, I would say, to save us, bring us to, I would say, the next generation of human and the next generation of civilization. So that's what we're fighting for, and that's what we want to see. So we've really owned in our art in the sense that there's growing, I would say, for the utmost quality, and there's growing on the commercial level with techniques that are scalable. So we really had to understand how to produce a product that would be consistent time and time again, and that every time one of our consumers would buy an Origine Nature product, they would have exactly what they're expecting for, within the range of cannabinoids they're expecting for, with the taste they're expecting for. So it was really being able to recreate a very consistent chain of operation that delivers product once it's harvested very quickly to the store, also to be fresh. Well, to be honest, it's almost a culmination. I would say I'm the lucky new generation. I was lucky enough to get all the OGs, all the old guys that actually took a liking to me, and they basically brought me up. So for me, it's a little bit cementing my position as the newcomer with the big guys out there that were nice enough to teach me everything. And today I stand on their shoulder looking this good, right? It's like I was lucky also enough. The CANNA team, right? I had the right friends that were there supporting me throughout my whole career. They believed in me. So that's what led me to being Canada Top's grower. So for me, it's just cementing for everyone what we've been working on, and I'm just the face of it. I'm just lucky enough to be that face, but by no means do I deserve this by myself. It's really a group effort. I would like, I say, to maybe get more involved as far as taking out the stigma. So doing more education, doing more panels to a wider audience, not just staying with the cannabis community. So maybe doing a transition to conferences or where it's not a cannabis conference to really educate. We also want to, we are already international, but we want to spread more internationally. Canada right now is in a very nice position as far as cost of operation for high quality flower. We can become the cannabis hub for the world. We can supply the high quality flower for most of the world that's about to legalize. And we need to cement our point. We need to cement our expertise, and we need that recognition worldwide. So that's what we're striving for. Well, it is the key. So you need to understand that cannabis is a plant that can react a lot to everything that's in environment or outside stimulus, right? So to truly understand what you're doing, you first need to have an ultra stable grow room, no variation in climate, no variation in temperature, no variation in fertigation. And from there, once everything is absolutely stable, then you can try doing slow tests. There's a lot of stuff that you think is confirmed knowledge that's actually pro science that was never truly confirmed in the form of a case study. So a lot of the information out there is often either badly explained or linked to other events that's not necessarily correctly understood. So if you don't have the right setup, so the right grow room, that room herself is consistent, you can't do a product that's consistent. And the other reality is cannabis consumer, just like any consumer of any product, when they're buying something, they expect to get the same the next time they buy the brand. If you have a variation, it's like if you were buying a cheeseburger and 1 out of 2 times you don't have cheese. And it's not a cheeseburger anymore, right? Well, that's the whole concept. If you don't have consistency, how can your consumers start trusting you? And if there's no trust, how can you evolve in this industry to grow to be bigger, better, and please more people? So you need to build that lasting trust relationship that starts with having the right product in the bag and no deception when they open that bag. So we're working a lot on pheno hunting, trying to find the right phenos for the consumers, right? We're doing a lot of organoleptic testing. So I'm really trying to isolate some minor cannabinoids. Really, same concept again as having a consistent grow room is having consistent data on consumption experience that's not just revolving around people that I would say are heavy consumers. So there's a lot, at the end of the day, when we look at a cannabis flower, it's a composition, right, of terpene, flavonoid, cannabinoids, and so on. But what is doing what exactly? What's the entourage effect? So I really want to dig a little bit more into that, because the reality of thing is, for me, the stigma is going to stop when we have a wide application of medical use for cannabis. I am CANNA.